We did not get your response. Please provide the zip code of the area you are calling from now. One moment while I transfer you to the next available representative. Your call will now be recorded.
Thank you for calling the FBI. May I have your first and last name, please?
Yes, please, ma'am. My first name is Cheryl, Cheryl.
And your last name?
My last name is Uzamere. It's U, Z as in zebra, A, M as in Mary, E-R-E.
Okay, bear with me just one moment, please.
Not a problem.
Okay, that last name is U as in uniform, Z as in zebra, A as in alpha, M as in Mike, E as in echo, R as in Romeo, R as in Romeo. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one R, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then E as in echo.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, and your date of birth, please?
5/31/59.
May 31st, 1959.
Yes, ma'am.
And a good phone number for you, please.
It's 347-255-3922.
That's 347-255-3922?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is that a cell phone or a landline?
It's a home phone.
It's a home phone, okay.
Yeah,
and what federal violation are you calling to report today, ma'am?
Federal violation is violation of Title 42 of the U.S. Code, Section 1983, deprivation of rights under color of law.
Okay, and why do you feel you've been a victim of color of law?
Because I called the police. I was attending a 50H hearing that was conducted by the City of New York, at the behest of the City of New York, by an attorney by the name of Jane Barrett. When I served the papers on the City of New York, I gave them the notice of claim and the exhibits. When I went to the 50H hearing, the attorney that's contracted out by the city, her name is Jane Barrett, she refused to produce the exhibits for the 50H hearing. I didn't think that would be a problem because I bought my computer and my exhibits are on my website. I was moved to a room where the room did not have internet access. So the attorney for the city engaged in obstruction by, one, withholding the documents although they had been served on the city, and two, placing me in a room that had no internet access. When it happened, I called the police and I explained what happened, that they were withholding evidence and that it's illegal to withhold evidence. What I'm going to do now, if you don't mind, I would like to go to the, here it is, withholding business records. It's illegal to conceal business records, and the City of New York, through the attorney Jane Barrett, was concealing the records of the documents that I had given her. They were also concealed the records by placing me in a room that did not have internet access, although the rest of the office has internet access. The room that I was placed in, I was not able to get any internet access, so I was not able to sign on to my account, to my website, in order to get the documents that I'd served on the city. I called the
Okay. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm documenting all of this, and so I just want to repeat this back to you so far, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you believe that you have been a victim of color of law violation?
Yes, by the New York City Police Department, 84th
From
Precinct.
the 84th Precinct?
Yes.
Let me put that. Just one moment. Okay, because you attended a hearing in the City of New York, and
Yes.
when was it you attended that hearing again?
Monday, July 15th.
On July 15th.
Yes.
And there was a notice of claim and exhibit. And attorney Jane Barrett, who's the attorney for the city of New York,
Yes.
refused to show the exhibits.
Yes.
And you were moved to a room with no internet access, so you could not retrieve the evidence that you had on your computer.
That's right.
You called the police, so that's the New York City Police, correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You called the police because it is illegal to conceal business records.
It's
and
illegal.
because they placed you in a room with no internet access, and that's
right.
concealing the business records.
That's right.
Okay. Just one moment, please, which is the New York Police, 84th Precinct.
Yes.
Okay, now do you have an attorney?
No, I'm self-represented.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, I do have this documented for you here today. You may want to consider seeking legal counsel.
I'm considering it, ma'am. The problem is I can't afford it. Seeking legal counsel and being able to afford legal counsel are two different things.
Do you have legal aid? Do you have legal aid available in New York City?
All right, legal aid's ability to represent in these type of cases is not just limited, it's not possible. Legal aid represents different issues like housing, issues that are associated with poverty, food stamps, housing, government benefits. They do not represent these types of cases unless it's something like a cause célèbre. And this is not, although it should be one, it isn't. So I cannot get it. I must defend myself. Also, according to the Sixth Amendment, I have the absolute right to do that.
Okay, and
Yes.
when you called the police, what did they say?
They never showed up.
They never responded.
No, and the reason I question that, now, the attorney against whom I filed the complaint, her name is Jane Barrett. I believe she may have had something to do with the police not showing up. But she can't tell the police.
Could you spell her name, please, ma'am?
Yes, her first name is Jane, Jane. Her last name is Barrett. It's Barrett, Jane Barrett. She's located at 188 Montague Street. Would you like me to spell that? Montague.
Bear with me one moment, please.
Take your time.
Go ahead.
M as in Mary, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, A as in Apple, G as in George, U as in Unicorn, E as in Edward, Montague Street.
In New York City?
In Brooklyn, New York, 188 Montague Street, room 402.
Okay. All right, and so I do have this documented for you, ma'am. If anybody needs to reach out to you and contact you about this, is 347-255-3922 a good number for you?
Yes, ma'am, and if you don't mind asking, I know that you all cannot give your first or last name, but I would definitely appreciate it if you could give me your ID number.
My ID number is 9574.
9574.
Yes.
Now, the reason I have to make a complaint against this, I reported what I consider to be a crime. All right, based on New York State law, if I file a crime, a complaint against an individual, and that complaint is false, that's a Class A misdemeanor. So the police are not in a position to presume that no crime has been committed. The police have to respond. And if I filed a complaint that is not true, then they have to arrest me for filing the false claim. They're not in a position to presume. And they did.
Okay.
They don't have the right.
Have you contacted their internal affairs department?
I'm not going to do this at this point because to be truthful, I already have a lawsuit that's up on my website. My website is www.therealrealestate.com. the crimes, that's CRIMES, the crimes of Senator Uzamere, that's my last name and my husband's last name, .net. https://www.thecrimesofsenatoruzamere.net. At chapter 6 of my website, the lawsuit is there. So I've made the attempt to go to their IAB. It is a waste of time. All I'm now doing, I've been gathering evidence via my lawsuit for the past 10 years, because when I go back into federal court, and I'm paying for it, when I go back into federal court, I want to be able to show the court that I've spoken to as many people as I possibly can. I also am filing the complaint because of what I believe is discrimination against me based upon my status of having a mental illness. I have bipolar disorder. I asked the city of New York to provide me with guardian ad litem with reasonable accommodations that's pursuant to the Americans with Disabilities Act. I asked for reasonable accommodations by way of guardian ad litem, someone that's an attorney who is an expert in ADA law. The city, at the same time that the city did not provide the guardian ad litem, they're also holding out that my complaint are the rantings of a person that is psychotic. You can't play both you can't play both angles. If I'm psychotic or I have some mental illness that causes me not to be able to see reality, then I am entitled to a guardian ad litem. And if you don't provide the guardian ad litem, then you don't have a right to hold my statements out as someone that's crazy. You can't play both ends at the same time, and that's what they're doing.
Okay, ma'am. And like I said, I do have this documented for you, and if anybody has any questions for you, they'll reach out to you at 347-255-3922. I do appreciate your call, and you have a good day today, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Bye.